Hello guys, sobriety Dave here. So I have been asked quite a few times in regards to, have I been to the AA, have I been to the CA, etc. And I have tried all this in the past. I've tried spiritual therapy, I have tried hypnotherapy, I have tried normal therapy. And to be honest, it just didn't work for me because I found that I was bringing up a lot of the past, which is obviously part of, probably why I hit the drugs as hard as I did, whether it was the childhood, whether it was, my mother passing away. And, with the CA and the AA, I just found like as much as I was trying to get involved, as much as I was trying to be open-minded, I kept getting reminded about people relapsing. And for me, it just didn't work. And I know it does work for a lot of people out there, and I'm happy for that. The fact is, I went 2 years, 4 months, 18 days without drinking drugs, and I cannot explain why, my head all of a sudden is thinking about alcohol and drugs again. I haven't touched, obviously, anything since my relapse, but my head is playing games with me again. I can't explain why. Things are good at home, things are sort of all right with the family. I'm trying to get my head into work, which has been a good start to the year. I have a few things that keep me occupied. But yeah, it's just, I can't shut myself off from my life. And unfortunately, my life does, revolve around sort of people that drink. My job, I take clients out, which involves, drinking, it involves sort of like corporate nights and stuff like that. So I'm always surrounded by people that drink. And it's just something I'm gonna have to deal with because it is a big part of my life where I am surrounded by it. I mean, I was born in a pub, my whole life has been around people drinking, smoking, taking drugs. And I suppose maybe that's part of why I sort of turned to it as a recreational sort of thing in my early days, I was enjoying it in my early days, taking the pills, taking the mitsies, taking the doves. It was a lot of fun at the time, but I think when I turned to the cocaine and everything, that's when it all started really going wrong for me because I was doing it far too much. There was a part in my life where I was doing it every day for 4 years. And I definitely don't want to go back to that life 100,000,000%. But yeah, I just find myself thinking about it a lot again. I just find myself even dreaming about it, which is, crazy when I think about, the amount of time I went without doing things. But it's me, I've realized this. It's just whatever I do, I have to do all the time or too much of it. I don't understand moderation. I don't understand like, a little bit and then knowing when to stop. I've never been that person, unfortunately. So, I'm starting this journey again. I'm trying different things. I'm trying to keep myself motivated, busy, doing things where I'm not thinking about it on a regular basis. But, this is a journey I'm going to be on until the day I die. The fact is I am an alcoholic. The fact is, I am a drug abuser and I'm always going to be that person. But it's just about, finding new things and loving myself again, and understanding that I can't even have 1 or 2 pints because as soon as I get that taste, it goes into the never again of 2-3 day benders. And I just cannot do that. I cannot risk that. I don't want to risk that. I don't want to be that person again. So I have tried. I am sort of like trying again a new journey where I am sort of keeping myself occupied in different ways, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But keeping positive, keeping a routine going and trying to keep my head, not thinking about the things that used to get me in so much trouble in the past. I hope everyone out there is having a great day, living your best life, and I'll catch up with you soon.